Bonjour Watcher, this is Johnny Banger 45 and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. Yes, in the last episode, we have go date with Michiru-Chan. So let's see what happened next.
風が気持ちいいね、ここはいつ来ても。
True enough, I think I sort of understand why this cat likes it so much.
猫？ああ、猫にゃじゃなくて、あれか、これか。にゃー。
Relaxing outside like this, Michiru certainly doesn't seem like a problem child. She looks like a normal girl you'll find anywhere.
お、何見てんだ？
At your breast. Nothing. Alright, guess we should get back to the dorm.
またほらねえ、またこういうことをしよう。別にほらしたくてするわけじゃないのよ。お互いに暇じゃない？ああ、じゃなくて暇じゃなくてほら忙しくないわけでしょ。だったらね、こんなことしてもいいわよね。
Michiru's completely forgotten her Tsundere attitude in her desperation. She really is a normal girl, isn't that? Right down to the comical array of bandage on her finger. Do you really want to date me that badly?
ねえ、そんなこと。
Uh-oh.
ああ、違うわよ。これはね、暇つぶしのただの遊びなのよ。デートじゃなくてデートごっこよ、ごっこ。だからごっこならね、いくらしたっていいじゃない。
Huh, pretend, eh?
そう、ごっこです、ごっこ。
I wonder how Yuji fall in love with Michiru. I would like to know. Alright, since he's a gay, I don't see any problems with that. You went out of your way to buy yourself cute clothes, so it will be wasteful to use only one step. I suppose we can play again.
本当に？
Yeah, it's just a play date, right? Combat drills, not actual battle.
そうよ、そう。いざ実戦を迎える前の演習なのよ。じゃあそういうことでまたね、デートごっこをしようね。
For the time being, we're going to ride another 5 kilometers or so today. How about 20 for the next day?
ですよね。
You have a complaint?
いや、それでいいです。はい。
After putting away the plastic sheet, we set off for a little light post-prandial exercise. But I think you can keep up. You can always head back to the dorm first if you want.
一緒に行く。
I see. What's the watchword then?
えいえいおー。
Michiru grinding as she joins toward me. Somehow, there's a slight smile of amusement on my face as well. The wind is unceasingly pleasant. The sea below is infinitely wide. Morning. When I leave my room the next morning for my daily marathon, I find Michiru standing in the lobby with a beaming smile on her face. Surely this can't be what it looks like, but it's probably best to ask her for safety's sake. What are you doing out here at this hour, woman?
忘れたの？デートごっこするんでしょ？約束したじゃない。
No, I didn't forget. It was imposed on me. But I did indeed promise the girl from more pretend date. That's a clarifying the hours that she really seriously expect me to play house at this hour. Yes, I agree to have that, but I have my own life as well. Running in the morning is my daily routine. You're aware of that, aren't you?
知ってるわよ。
And what time is it right now?
5時。朝。
So what do you want from me?
デートごっこ行きませんか？
No, I think no, it's not I may mention. I'm going for a run right now. As I may have mentioned, I'm going for... You can be stubborn, Yuji.
昨日約束したのに。嘘つき、嘘つき。
Michiru's face crumples with disappointment. The girl looks about to ready to burst tears, but for the moment she focused on swinging her arms wildly in my general direction. Her movements are clumsy in the extreme but also unpredictable. Every once in a while, an amateur how has this swing can become a KO punch to the chin out of sheer random chance. I take a careful step backward and attempt to negotiate. Don't jump into conclusions. Yes, I promise. I'm just saying that the crack of dawn is a reasonable time for a play date.
だったら何時からならいいんですか？
Let's see. A little past noon, just like yesterday, seems more appropriate.
わかった。じゃあそれで決定ね。あんた、もしその時間にどっかに逃げたりしたら承知しないからね。
Where do you think I was running? I won't run or hide. In the meantime, why don't you come out with some place for us to go?
立てていいの予定。私が？つまりデートプラン？午後の。
That's right. You have a problem with that?
いや、ほら、普通デートの予定って男女のカップルだったら男の人が考えるものじゃないの？
No! Absolutely no!
女の人が希望を言って男の人がそれを組む。
Yes, agree. What? So we are not just doing the play dates. We pretended to be a lovers?
まあそういうことよ。そもそもデートってそういうものでしょ？違うの？そうよね。
Well, I understand what you tried to say. In that case, I will retain decision-making power. Honestly, Star has a plan for today's day. After a light round of jump squats, to proceed to the deck, define one rope bridge. Then, after removing any watches of other magic object on your person.
待って、いいです。私が決めます。お任せください。
What? The blueprint was just starting to come together.
いいです。というか大丈夫です。私が完璧にやってみせますから。
Alright then, let's go with that.
はい。では行ってらっしゃいまし。
Michiru waves goodbye with a big smile on her face. Something seems to be missing from this picture. May as well ask for clarity's sake, I suppose. Michiru, my friend,
何？
weren't you supposed to be a tsundere?
そうよ。そうに決まってるじゃない。あんたなんかね、走ってる途中で海に落ちちゃえばいいのよ。
Okay, I think randomly wishing horrible deaths on your acquaintances is less tsundere and more twisted. Indeed, perhaps I should just fall into the sea. But if I do happen to plunge away to the watery grave this morning, I imagine you will come to deeply regret making such a thoughtless joke. Every night I will appear in your dreams, standing at the foot of your bed, dripping wet, resentment burning my eyes. Alright then, I'll be going now.
いやー、待て、それは重い。軽い気持ちで罵倒したにしては報いが重すぎる。
I imagine so. Let that be a lesson to you.
いってらっしゃい。無事に帰ってきてね。
Oh look, you can say a proper goodbye after all. Should have been honest with yourself from the start.
せいえい、いってら。
And so I was able to safely complete my routine. Daily training of this sort of is a meaningful precisely because you perform it without fail. No matter how small your stride may be, what's important is to keep steadily putting one foot in front of other. Surprisingly, many people get it completely backward. When an amateur sign up for the sports gym, they frequently exercise for hours on the very first day without a thought of their consequences, doing more harm than good to their body. A workout schedule needs to be appropriate systematically to ensure a steady daily amount of exercise suited to your physical capability. Otherwise, you quit after a week with nothing but edge and pains for your trouble. When I returned to the dormitory, seems to be obediently standing in by her room in preparation for our afternoon outing. I was worried about the possibility of offending Salama's blue ingredient in the manner of the dog impatiently await its walk, but it seems things are quite that bad. Even after taking my shower, there is still plenty of time before our 1 PM date. I threw myself down on the bed to read one of the books Sakaki left me before her departure. Today I got a first-person work of reporting within a wall photographer. Unlike fiction, the book captures a vivid slice of reality, very interesting stuff. There's even a few comic anecdotes, like the time he tried to exchange money inside a dispute region and got handed a stack of newspaper bills with a few real notes on top of and bottom. Clever swindler takes advantage of the natural assumption someone's not going to cheat you so blatantly. Face to face, a simple but effective bit of misdirection, almost like a sleight of hand trick. You're not going to see through something like that until you have cast aside your unconsciousness assumption about what could possibly be. All of a sudden, I noticed that 1 PM has come and gone. bit of a surprise. I would expect Michiru to come and drag me away by now. Deciding I might as well waiting for her to show us, I reach out for another book. But for some reason, I find myself unable to concentrate. The tick of my clock seems strangely loud all of a sudden. I can't maintain my usual focus of the printed word. Alright, suppose I might as well head over myself. Uh-oh, this is bad. Yuji, you are very late. Only to no one in particular, I dropped myself head for Michiru's room. Michiru, you in there? It's about time, isn't it? Oh, I thought something creepy gonna pop up. I knocked on the door, it calls up, but received no response. There's always a possibility she had to leave some pricey business, I suppose. So she can at least say something to me, but well, that's her choice to make. The girl can do as she pleases.
Yeah.
What the? You're the same cat, aren't you? The black cat that reaches recently most of its time fast used to Michiru's skull pushes into the door of a poking his face outside. If this animal was here, it seems quite possible that Michiru stayed in her room herself as well. But she didn't respond to my voice at all. Some sort of trouble maybe. Michiru, I'm coming in. When I reach out the door, the black cat pulls back in a panic. Seems the beast still strongly dislikes me. I enter the room slowly, keeping our eyes out for the booby traps out of the abundance of conscience. Inside, I find Michiru lying face down on the bed, breathing in the soft and regular manner of a contented sleeper. I was prepared for the possibility of something being seriously wrong, so I have to admit this is a bit of an anticlimax. Sleeping, are we? After all that speaking this one, you are a free, carefree one. The cat hops on the bed and licks Michiru's cheek to the plate, but she doesn't even stir. Come to think of it, the girls tag along for a full 15 kilometers of running yesterday. Hardly surprised she do be exhausted. It wasn't particularly impressive distance by my standards, but as for a typical female student, I suppose it was a praiseworthy effort. While calling this woman typical strikes me as somewhat problematic, but I will save that debate for another day.
ユージと出かけるの。猫ニャンも一緒に。
The cat and I look at each other and share the equilibrium over what is mine. Michiru's face appears to be resting on a fashion magazine. There's a picture of her outfit. She wore a circle in a red permanent marker. Even after all that exercise, I get the feeling she was up late last night, in which it probably be more considerate to let her stay instead of dragging her outside. I give the cat a single pat on the head cause it's tending to flee. Get some rest. Why did the music stop today? We were cancelled today's date. Holy shit! That was... Huh?
ちょっと待って。起きてるのよ。寝てないよ、全然。
Just go back to sleep, alright? No reason to push yourself.
無理してないもん。起きます。
Michiru pauses out of her words while glaring weakly at me through her half-open eyes. Her glance rendered even less convincing when she runs to her feet and promptly staggers to the side, very nearly trapping her back.
ほらね、起きとるでしょが。はいにゃ。
Listen, just go back to bed. There's no reason to pointlessly exacerbate your exhaustion.
にゃ、そんなことない。拾ってない。ちょっと寝不足なだけ。
I see. How much did you get last night?
約8分。
8 minutes? That's not even a nap, woman. Get back in that bed and sleep long enough to segregate your growth hormone properly.
やだの、寝ないの。行くの、デート行くの。
Well, if you insist, then let's get going. Then make sure you preparation in the next 30 seconds.
無理です。
Suppose now you have 5 minutes, then I wait outside.
行くかどうかなんてわからないけど、行ってあげるんだからね。
Just how long will it take this girl to get a solid grasp on the Tsundere concept anyway? In all movies, they often represent the time wasting waiting for women with a pile of cigarette butt on the ground. But these days, there's a heightening social and legal pressure regarding both public smoking and literally, so that become a pretty rare sign. What then can take place of the image as visual, shorthanded for a man keeping waiting for a woman, a man keep waiting by the woman? A red-banded icon on the cell phone you'll be using to browse the internet? Not really feeling the atmosphere for that one. In the first place, it's so easy to send messages these days than that waiting in vain might be less frequent phenomenon than before. I'm still pondering these matters when Michiru appeared, complete with cat head. It's been exactly 5 minutes since I left her room.
お待たせ。待ったかしら。何よ、不満そうな顔して。何か文句でもあるの？
Did anyone ever tell you to arrive 5 minutes early to your appointment?
当たり前でしょ。5分で準備しろって言われて5分前行動できたら、それはもう何？それはもう何かじゃない。
Please define what your malachik.
なんかこう、時間を操る謎の人物？謎のタイムパラドクサー？
Okay, let's get going already. I will leave you behind.
いやー、待ちなさいよね。あれ、本当に置いてかないでよ。待ってよー。というわけで考えました、デートプラン。
Good, let's hear it.
松島みちる様と行く0泊1日三島崎海の旅。
Michiru delivered the line with all the triumph flair of a startling peacock. The beach, we just went there a few weeks ago.
いやね、あれはダメだ。なかったことにしたい。知ってる？
According to Michiru, while I was all swimming by and Makina, she be possibly enlisted by such a to construct an ultra-massive work of art. Sand art. And in there, they almost canceled their spend hours creating and collapsed just before they finished. Trapping her beneath.
私、砂で身動き取れなくなって、ナニニアムファルコンの船長かーつうぐらい固まってね。その上近所の子供に、これ以上は言えない。とにかくひどかったんだから。
I say I have to say though, it's a bit of body choice from my perspective.
何言ってんのよ。二人なら楽しいよねぐらいのこと言いなさいよ。デートなんだから。
Pretend day, I believe.
ごっこだけどさ。
Let's say, I suppose you have a point. Just the two of us spending on the beach might not be bad.
本当にそう思ってくれる？
No, but we are pretending, so I say it anyway.
そうですか。
And so we set off walking for the nearest public beach. Not rushing along, not feeling anxiously, a simple leisure stroll, not unpleasant in its own right. What's up?
なんでもないや。手つなごうか。
Hence, I say we are on a pursuit day, so that seems appropriate.
ごっこだもんね。
When I reach out, Michiru slowly jerks her hands away, but some secretary surrenders to my grasp. She got her distantly beside this one hand, with other finger. On closer examination, there seems to be small white flecks in her nails. Are you eating properly? Your fingernail doesn't seem to be getting adequate nutrient.
あんたよりはマシなもの食べてるつもりだけど。
I'm not sure a diet consistent of cheap sweets and take-out lunches can really be described as healthy, my friend.
うっさいわね。てか、そんな細かいとこまで見なくていいのよ。
True enough, this is the day after all. Alright, then I will now offer a more date-appropriate comment. You wearing perfume, are you?
気づいた。
I smell freesia and pink pepper at first, but now I'm getting heliotrope and iris with a hint of sandalwood and citric musk underneath.
わかるの？
To some degree, mostly intuition, though. Anyway, there's no need to wear makeup. You smell nice naturally. I take a lot off. Michiru's hair in my hair and gently stroke it. After a moment, I allow the strand of blonde hair to fall through my fingertips. It whispers against my skin as it goes. The cat watches me but touch Michiru for his vengeance for him by a superly irritated look on his furry face.
いい匂いなんてしないもん。だって髪の毛色変えてるから、それの薬の匂いがするかなって思って。
No, not really. It's a lie. Like I said, I'm just pretending here. How many times do I have to say this? Why do you keep taking it seriously?
じゃあ私だって言うもん。ごっこだからね。これごっことしての発言。
I understood the first time. No need to repeat yourself.
幼児にキスされた時ね。最初すごいびっくりしたの。だって なんでいろいろ考えたけど答えが出なくて頭がぐるぐるになって。それでもどうしてだろうってずっと考えてて、わかんないからもういいや、気にしないやって思ったんだけど、でもね、考えようとしてないのにユージのことが頭から離れなくなったの。たった一度のキスでこんな風になるって私変なのかな。
Nope.
嘘だけどね。
Maybe it's because you are not used to it. I doubt it matters that I'm the one that did it. Anybody will feel a little awkward over a sudden kiss, and without much experience, I can see how it would reach on your mind.
ユージは何とも思わないの？私とキスして。
That's right, didn't mean a thing to me. It was just a moment of physical contact.
それはユージが経験豊富だから、たった一度私とキスしたぐらい特別じゃないってこと？
Yeah, that's the gist of it. No feelings attached.
そうなんだ。そっか。なんかだね。まあごっこ上の発言だから嘘だけど。
I was lying too, actually. Haha, are you sure about that, Yuji? Happy to
Save
end my... This is a second date.
嘘なの？なんとも思わないって嘘なの？
Hold on, are you seriously planning to do this for every little thing I say? This is a pretend date, so don't take anything coming out of my mouth seriously.
ごっこだけど、どこからどこまでが嘘なのか。せめて今のとこは本気で。あ、いや、なんでもない。わかんないや。
Michiru scratches vigorously at her head in confusion and dismay. The cat, surprised by her sudden violent motion, lips nibble away.
まあいいか。今こうして一緒にいるんだし、こうして手をつないでるんだし。
Michiru strongly squeezed my hands as he speaks. The slightly sad looks on her face believes her positive words. Since my kissing has gone a little too far, perhaps a conciliatory gesture is in order. Michiru, my friend, as this is a date, I happen to have a present for you.
本当に？なんで？ユージ。
Close your eyes and hold out your hand. Wow. After a quick scan of the area, I picked out a rock of moderate size lying in the dirt. I then intelligently raised it when she was open the head.
何これ重いんだけど。あとゴリゴリしてんだけど。
What the hell, Yuji? Alright, you can open your eyes now. Michiru slowly opens her eyes. In her palms rests a majestic lump of stone.
石？
You have wanted that one for a while now, right? I pick it up for you.
わーい！これずっと欲しかったねえ、これごっこだからプレゼントが拾った石なの。
Right, it's a pretend day, so you get a rock I pick up from the ground. Now rejoice.
嬉しいよ。
I see. Move to the tears of joy there. Ha ha ha. I thought we comment such as this is the hot color of fall, or they collaborate with another rock, another design on this one. I proceed to play Michiru with rock after rock. And every time Michiru answers, no way I'm so happy or yeah, then accept my gift with a great show of gladness. I see. Perhaps this dating thing is somewhat enjoyable. After all, I offer rocks and joy in return. A strike is a real spectacle if I do say so myself. I doubt I will soon forget the sight from the side of Michiru's sharp pouch, bulgy at the seam from its cargo of stone.
石重いよ。てかこれ中には岩って呼んだ方がいい大きさのもあるよ。
Sorry? Just throw them away when we're done. They're only rocks.
わかってるわよ。やってきましたー、海。重い。
Why is so heavy? Abby stole her bag and changed her swings for Michiru joins me at the beach. Since I girl rented a large air mattress while she was at it, she dragged it behind her, apparently struggling with her weight. It's a good distance from here to the beach house. Must have been relatively difficult carrying a float of that size all this way. Again with that swimsuit, huh?
いいじゃない別に。にしても今日はなんでか知らないけどすっごく空いてるよね。夏休みなのに珍しい。
This area is exactly flourishing, I guess. And when everyone thinks the beach must be packed today, something's barely anyone actually shows up. Not uncommon actually.
ラッキーだね。さあマットも借りてきたし、これを浮かべて遊ぼう。誰にも邪魔されずに泳ぎ放題。あれ、なんでユージは制服着てるの？
I will not swim. You go swim. I go read a book. This swimsuit clad for the blonde peers at me with innocent confusion on the face. She honestly thinks that only just noticed strange woman. Listen, you didn't tell me we were going to the beach until after we left the dorm. When exactly was I supposed to procure myself a swimsuit?
そっか。そうだね。じゃあ向こうの海の家に戻って借りる？でもまた行くの面倒だな。ほら、ここは人もほとんどいないわけだし、ユージは男の子なんだし、裸でいいよ、裸で。
Just as Michiru says, even by the standards of this mostly empty beach, we have found ourselves a particularly isolated spot. If nobody's going to notice the way going in naked might be a suitable carefree approach. Sure enough. Alright, I will do that.
冗談。ユージ、今のはね、その。
Michiru, my friend, I'm now naked.
まったね。
Something wrong? Why are you looking away?
いや、その、別になんでもないんだけど。
Something strange about my body?
いや、ないです。ない、ありません。
I see where if you notice anything, or feel free to let me know. 頭の中に変な音が響く。変なファンファーレが。Yes, I was wondering also. Fun fact. 気にしないことにする。そうよ。私が変な風に考えるからいけないのよ。だって人間だもの。誰だって。 What's wrong?
ごめん。やっぱりせめてパンツだけは履いてくれないかな。頭の中に深刻なエラーが発生しそうで。
Is that so weird? wait, I don't understand why you're getting all red in the face about the weird girl.
変じゃないもん。変なのはユージだもん。
Her face is still flushed and Michiru runs energetically towards the shiny summer sea. I draw along behind her into a sheet of warm spirit. She looks back over her shoulder.
ユージ、私を捕まえてごらんなさい。
And delivers an appropriate play date line. なんで倒すのよ。普通こういう時は「おいおい待てよ」みたいな感じじゃないの。I apologize. When told to catch on, I feel like it would be impolite not to make my best efforts to do so. 誰に？ Michiru's astute question returned to me to my sense. Indeed, who exactly was I let down by allowing the girl to escape? I was steadily obeying instruction hand down to me. My own way has no that was simply carrying out the task assigned to me. But today I want no such obligation. Instead, I wage my tail on the request. Particularly since I've been demonstrated right down to my bones. You have a point. Hardly any reason to stay tense at a time like this. そうよ。もっと気楽にやってよね。ってことで、もう一度私を捕まえ。早い！タックルまでが早い！Sorry, pure reflex.
ユージってば子供みたい。はしゃいじゃって。
That's not really the issue, but whatever. After that, we entered the sea and spent some time splashing around in the water with no particular objective in mind. We went around in the waves and swim idly under the sun's warm gaze. I think you could describe it as the afternoon well spent. Michiru had the tearful smile on her face the whole time.
はあ、ユージってばやっぱり泳ぎもうまいね。
This is more like waiting, really. Have to say you seem pretty tired yourself.
そんなことないわよ。不足なだけ。8分。
Don't you dare sleep in the sea. So you ain't sufficiently rested after all. Maybe a brief nap in order.
でも寝るとこないよ。あ、ここで少し寝てみようかな。海の上で寝るとか贅沢じゃない？
You want to die? Oh, there's a thought. You should carefully lies herself down face down on the plastic sea with mattress. A pair of ashes about her back to riding out. She stick in her finger and tucks down on the cloth numerous times.
お、さすがに揺れますね。落ちそう。
Don't you sleep on your back?
それはそうだけど、お布団がない状態で仰向けに寝るのってなんか怖くない？守るものがないって感じで。私どんなに暑くても布団絶対かぶって寝る。何もないと無防備すぎる。敵が来た時に守れないじゃない。
Who's this enemy supposed to be? I sort of get what you're saying, but the logic is a little incoherent.
そうかな。ユージなら分かってくれると思ったんだけど。ああ、そうだ。しばらくこうしてるなら日焼け止め塗らないと。
Alright, I will put it on here for you. We are pretend dating after all.
ねえ、それ本気で言ってるの？
Of course, you can't cover your entire body by yourself, now can you? I will lend a hand. It's making people do this sort of thing for you to swim their way.
じゃあ手伝ってよね。サメ吉の中に入ってるから。
Sameki, all that pouch. I retrieved the bottle of sunblock from Michiru-Chan pouch. When I take off the cap and tilt it towards my hand, a thick white liquid emergency glow. I have this star every time, but the hood looks just like some kind of body fluid, doesn't it?
言わなくていいのよ、そういうことは。黙ってんのって。塗りなさいよね。
Here goes. As promised, I began to spread the lotion down the exposed portion of Michiru's body. As she finds the summer sun hot, as the skin is already growing sticky into its sweat.
ねえ、いつも思うって言ってたけど、ちょくちょく日焼け止めを女の子に塗ったりするの？
Not quite. When you're somewhere that gets really intense sun like this stuff is a necessity. In Japan, it's usually nothing worth worrying about. But depending on the country, you can end up with debilitating or even fall pleasure sunburn.
そうなんだ。
What's wrong? That take off?
ちょっとぐらいは大丈夫なんだからね。ねえ、もう一個聞いていい？
What?
日焼け止めを塗って海に入ったりして環境汚染につながったりしないのかな。
Some people will probably tell you the stuff help with the kill the world's coral reefs, but the cosmetic companies will probably say chemical use won't cause any adverse impact. There are various opinions depending on how you look at it. It's not a question that can be answered simply and decisively either way.
ユージってさ、何でも知ってるよね。
Not through the world's overflowing things I don't know. For example, if you order me to harm a tube for the car of someone music chat on Japanese chat, I do probably meet sometimes. I thought truthfully and gently spread the sunblock across the back of Michiru's body. When I satisfied my handy wood, I give her a slight smack on the rear and speak. Alright, other side, split over.
上って上？それ冗談よね。
Why so reluctant, woman? You want to turn to a ravishing stone having a front and back completely different colors will probably seem slightly unnatural.
そうじゃないけど、上はさすがに抵抗が。
Quite whiny and flip over, here we go.
うわ、これちょっと恥ずかしいんだけど。
Yes, this is it, my friend. The moment of truth. And her size also not bad after all. But no, never mind. I do this for the gameplay only, not to romance this girl. Don't squirm so much, you will fall off.
なんてうわー揺れる
Trembling like a newborn fawn, Michiru reluctantly settles her body face on the mattress.
いやあんた何見てんのよ見ないでよね
The girl tries her best to pull out a tough front after the fact, but it's comically unconvincing. A little bit close to the artificial, you think she was really the worst of the script. We're done squawking now, I'm ready to put this down on you, if that's alright.
うん
The funny girl's docile, apparently resigned to her fate, taking the bottle of sunblock in hand, I squirt out another globe and began applying it to her lower body. The girl darted her eyes back and forth restlessly, looking at anything but me.
なんで下から塗るんですか
Because it's closer to me, no other reason.
そうですか
What's wrong? Feeling anything?
何を言ってるの
I wasn't implying anything strange, just wondering if you were feeling the sunblock starting to work.
ああそういうそんなのわかんないよぬるぬるしてるだけだし
I lathered a white liquid across her thighs, the back of her knees and her ankles, truly coating every inch of exposed skin. I can feel Michiru's light legs, hair stickling flat against her skin as I rubbed the lotion thing. Apparently this bothers the girl somewhat, judging by the anxious little glance she now sent in my direction. What's wrong? Self-conscious about the hair?
だって産毛って処理していいかわかんないし剃ると濃くなるって言うし
I think we already talked about this. Anyway, when you shave, you're cropping off the light, thin part of the hair, leaving behind the fat roots at the surface of your skin. That's what makes it look thicker for a while. It's not you're really getting any hairier.
そうなの本当にじゃあこれから剃る剃らない方がいいのかな
Don't ask me, woman. Do what you want. A little fuzz on your legs is hardly anything worth worrying about it either. Alright, time for the upper body.
うん
I resumed my systematic lotion smearing campaign, tracing my hands from Michiru's shoulders down to her upper arms, through the elbows all the way to her fingertips. In every stroke, she wiggles her body and lets out a little sigh.
うん
What's wrong? Feeling anything?
日焼け止めの効果
No, I was referring to physical pleasure.
そんなわけないでしょいいから早く塗りなさいよね
Shouting, protest, she released her upper body from the floor and then instead of weight coming rolling in alongside her.
あれうわ
Is she falling? That looks so flashy, but she falls head first into the sea. Well, that works too. They say being in the water reduces your exposure to UV radiation.
うん
For some reason, this news doesn't seem to cheer Michiru's up much. The creatures float limply on the surface of the sea like two beautiful splendor of ordinary colored seaweed.
うわ
By the time Michiru managed to drag herself back to the beach, her skin taken a warm and red glow. Guess I really should have finished the job after all, huh?
うさいわよだってあんなもうバカ
Well then, what shall we do with ourselves? There's still plenty of daylight left. Want to try a triathlon next? Triathlon?
やらないです私はもう今日は帰る疲れた
I see, alright then, I'll walk you back to the dorm.
本当に
Yeah, this is a date after all, of sort.
ああそうかそうだよねやっぱりいいや
You pass? Michiru delivers this answer with a strangely forlorn expression on her face. Why is that? Are we pretending?
そうなんだけどそれはいいなんか寂しくなっちゃうなんでもないそれじゃあまたね
Well, later works for me, but from the way things look like it's going to be another titanic struggle for her to get that float back to the beach. If her refusal to even try asking for him for help another aspect of her discriminated act. Or perhaps the girl's just helplessly awkward. And we're back to Yuji's room. It's afternoon. What's the truth and what's fiction? Is this real or a dream? Where am I? Where are I? All of a sudden, many things feel unclear to me. Every once in a while, whenever I abruptly lose my bearing. Is it really alright for me to be here? To keep on living like this, my doubts gather into the dense mass of uneasiness that threatens to swallow me up like a black hole. I tend to this school under the pretense of being a student, but I still myself. No matter how careful I smooth down my surface, the remains is going to just disappear. So when Michiru came to me with a pretend lover's proposals, deep down I was more relieved than exaggerated. Now I have an excuse to live a lie. But this hasn't proved quite so straightforward. It's just a game, isn't it? Plain and simple, yet sometimes the simplest thing can be surprisingly difficult to fully understand. To be honest, I'm more than a really perplexed at the moment. My day feels since I got lost in some obscure fall of my brain and I'm not having much luck finding it again. And I'm pretty sure she's feeling the same way. What's real and what's make-believe? Where am I? Who and who are I? Michiru's been dropping off my hero more or less on a daily basis recently. Our objective, of course, is to drag me out on pretend dates. Although I agreed to play along with the intention of killing some kind, my thoughts of the matters are gradually growing, muddy and unclear to me. Why exactly do I keep humiliating her like this? Well, you fall in love with her, obviously. You could call this a mutual crime. I suppose we both play acting feelings that are real, collaboratively perpetuating a fantasy.
ねえ、ユージってば、どうしたの？
Michiru's finally got into the point of barging right into my room without even feeling self-conscious about it. But that's the product of my deliberate decision not to lock the door. Am I being too soft on the girl? Nothing, but is it about time? Is it about the time we ended this relationship? But if I put it into that way, it should like we're talking about a real breakup. There should be any need to take this case so seriously.
そろそろ何？そろそろどうするの？そろそろ。
Yes, can we do a breakup now? I want to see if that. I want to see the other Michiru. What's that supposed to mean?
あれはあれでしょ。
I bet in my flustered companion, I abruptly said, why does this feel so uncomfortable? It's like living inside a man-made miniature garden with some cosmetic voyage watching me from far above.
ちょっと先に行かないでよね。ねえねえ、今日は行きたいところがあるんですけど。
Well, Yuji, you have a responsibility to take care. Right now, look, I agreed to play house with you, but there are limits.
だ、そんなこと言ってユージだって楽しんでるくせに。
I opened my mouth to refute her, but find myself at a loss for words. The stability I was expecting just started to come out. Well, where do you want to go then?
行ってからのお楽しみです。またお弁当を作っていこう。
Another picnic, eh? Not necessarily. I don't want to spend that much time. Okay, and the episode here, my friend. Thank you for watching our video. So we're going to see what episode is this time. Let's see here. Wait, where should I save? Oh yeah, I should save here. Building block. Wow. Interesting topic. Magic word time. Adios e famosa.